push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking in at the 3. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 16 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Here's Mariota. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mariota now. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. From the gun, Mariota. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Mariota's throw taken in by Edwards.
And they're going to have it on the first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. Mariota. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Mariota to throw it.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 17 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
7 yards there and a first down. The Panthers at 6-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Niners, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to throw again. He'll find Smith-Marset complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defense up front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 29, Mariota flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is fielded at the 27. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 42 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Niners set to take over on offense.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now Mariota.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll throw again. Mariota.
And Kittle catching the slant.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To throw is Mariota.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown.
And the ball is knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Nifty move. And some space here. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Franklin. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first down, Franklin. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Franklin, and this one complete to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey from 17 yards out. And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. it's Mariota. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kadarius Toney from 21 yards away. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's in his zone. Second quarter already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. And that's incomplete. So we have reached past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down. Franklin looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guy?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing is Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Mariota now to throw on first down. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little game. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
To throw on 2nd down. Franklin. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
If we go back to the last series, remember their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helps contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Franklin. Again, he finds Moore. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Franklin.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Franklin toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
first down. They go back to Mitchell.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mariota.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Mariota now from the 50. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mariota. A little juke. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And it's complete to Mitchell. Touchdown, 49ers!
Elijah Mitchell.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he goes out right around the 39.
180 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw. Franklin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Mariota. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Still on his feet. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his second touchdown of the night. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is up to 5. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. But DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Franklin, he's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Back to throw. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. He's back to throw, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now Mariota completes it to the tight end Kittle, and a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. One last shot now from Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And a fun, close ball game.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the